Hello, guys. Hello. So, if you're meeting me for the first time, I am Mrs. Uche Andrew of the Helpful Mom TV, and I bring you content ranging from faith, relationship, parenting, and weight loss. But today, we'll be having a question and answer section, and I'll be inviting a friend, a sister, yes, to join in. Her name is Mrs. Neki. So I'll be inviting Mrs. Neki shortly, but we'll be talking about some things that normally affect married couples. So if you know you have any comments, you want to drop a comment, please do me a favor by just commenting in the comment section. Just drop it in the comment section. And if you've watched this live up to this moment, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Please, I need your subscription, and it helps me. And don't forget to click on the notification bell, because whenever I post a new video, you'll be the first to get it. So let's dive right into the video. So while we are waiting for Mrs. Neki to join in, I don't know if I should just read the question. Mrs. Neki, where are you? Where are you joining, guys? Although I didn't publish this. I didn't really invite anybody because this is just the first time, and just want to see. Mrs. Neki? Yes, she's here. Mrs. Neki is here. Hello,
Hello.
Mrs. Neki. Good evening, good
Hello.
evening, good evening. It's a pleasure
Hello,
meeting
coach.
you. It's a pleasure
Thank
meeting
you.
you.
Can you
Yes.
hear me?
So, yes, I can hear you clearly. So we just
Okay.
go right into the video.
All right.
Into
I'm
the
glad to be here.
section.
Thank you.
Yes, you're so welcome. I'm honored to have you here. So
Okay.
so let me read the question, and we'll we'll do some answer, and we'll do some question and answer. So let me read the question. Dear ma'am, please, I need advice immediately. I am expecting, and I have had a very challenging pregnancy. I have just started my second trimester, but the first trimester was full of challenge after challenge. I asked my husband to take me to the hospital for my appointment earlier on. He agreed to take me. On the day of the appointment, his father called him and asked him to take him to a burial, which was going to take all day. He asked me if I could reconsider going to the hospital. Bear in mind, I have a very high risk pregnancy, and I must meet my doctor every week. To this, I said no. I need to meet my doctor and can't push my appointment to another week. My husband is now very angry and won't speak to me because he didn't take his father to the burial. Am I wrong? And if yes, how best should I apologize? Please help me. I'm desperate.
Wow.
So maybe I should just explain. So this question is coming from a sister.
Okay.
Yes, she's pregnant. She's in her second trimester, and she said during the first trimester she had a lot of challenges. Now she's meant to meet her doctor every week. She's not meant to miss any appointment. But the next appointment, she told her husband, which was the next day, the husband agreed to take her for the antenatal. Only for the husband, on the day of the antenatal, the husband said he couldn't because he wanted to take his dad for a burial.
Okay.
Now she obliged, she said no. She refused. She said the husband must take her for the antenatal. Now the husband didn't take his dad to the burial. Now she's feeling sad because the husband doesn't want to talk to her any longer. So she's
Okay.
asking how should she apologize. So
I
she
think
said
he
she's
wants to know
desperate.
if she's wrong, first of all.
Yes, she wants to
Okay.
know if she's wrong, and she's also desperate for an answer. She wants us to give her a way forward. So,
Okay.
Mrs. Neki, let's start with you. So, what do you think? What should this lady do?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
That's
what?
life issues for you. Life issues, marital issues. They are never ending. Okay.
Yeah,
So, but it depends on, we keep having them every day, but it depends on how you handle them. So, for
yeah,
this particular case now, I can say it's a case of communication bridge. I can
yes,
see that there's a bridge in communication, because we're told that, okay, she has told her husband, there's a previous agreement that you're going to take me to the hospital, and there's an emergency now, and we're told that the husband decided to have a conversation with with um her, that can you just defer this,
yes, yes. Go on.
can we just defer this, and we're told that,
Yes, I can hear you.
hello,
Yes, I can hear you.
Che.
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. Just go on.
Okay,
Go on.
okay,
Go
okay,
on. Mm-hmm.
okay, okay. So the husband asks for, okay, can it be deferred or something, but she
Yeah.
said no, it was cast in stone. So this is a case of, I would say, not having a common goal, because the two of them, the first one, I'm going to say there's a bridge in communication. The way it
Mm-hmm.
was communicated, she didn't communicate
Yeah.
properly to the husband. And another thing I would like to say is that she kind of puts the husband in a position of making a choice between choosing between her and the dad, because the husband wanted a conversation like, okay, can you defer this, or are there alternatives? She couldn't provide
Yes.
any alternative. She was rigid, she wasn't flexible at all.
Yes.
When there are emergencies, we have structures in our home. Okay, this should go this way, or we've already planned some things. But when there are emergencies, we should be flexible. We could decide
Yes.
to do other things. We
You're
should
right.
offer our spouses alternatives, healthy
Yes. Very
alternatives that
true.
they could
Mm-hmm.
take. There are other things she
Yes.
could have done, but she insisted. So I can see a communication bridge one, and I could see her putting the spouse in a very dicey situation where he needed to choose between herself and the dad. And unfortunately, the dad the husband had to just go with her. Okay.
Yes.
So and what other thing another thing I can also see there is entitlement mentality,
Yes.
which I don't I think she displayed entitlement mentality there, which is not right. She insisted that her husband must take her. Yes, I know the case is a very dicey one. She had a very challenging
First
first
trimester.
trimester.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we know that. But for you to insist that your husband must take you, that means it's a case of being entitled, and it's not supposed to be. So
Yeah.
I would say yes, she didn't act in the best way she could have acted. She could have handled it in a better way, but she didn't. So I think she didn't handle it properly.
Okay. For me, what I would like to say here, yes, I know. I know during the first trimester, she went through a lot during the pregnancy. And you see, as a pregnant, as a once pregnant mom, I know what it means for you to have an appointment and you miss that appointment. Most times, when your doctor give you an appointment, you might not get to see him in the hospital. but the way she communicated to her husband wasn't right. Yes, self-care, yes, she was trying to prioritize her health. It's important, but she should have given her husband options. Yes, you can go to the hospital through Uber. You can book for an Uber. You can tell your husband like something. So imagine, let's say, imagine if she was in labor. Won't she
Mm.
go to the hospital? Yes. So I think she should have considered her husband, you understand? And she
Yeah.
should have at least given him alternatives. Yes, I know you can't take me for the antenatal. Okay, what about getting an Uber? What about getting a driver? At least if there is a car there, a driver can drive it. So that's what I can say. Then number two, lack of empathy. Yes, she wasn't considerate. You must consider your spouse in marriage. You must learn to feel for others as well. Yes, his dad brought him into this world. He cannot abandon him. You understand? And it's possible he has been the one taking his dad for burial, for occasion. So what do
Yeah.
you, what, yeah, so I don't know. So she should have considered her husband at that particular time. And it's possible the dad is even very old. You know, these old men, they don't like to miss out on occasions. Yes, they always want to be present. So she should have at least considered her husband for that. Then also, she was just concerned about herself. She was just only concerned about herself. She didn't really
Yes.
consider her husband and the dad. So, like you said in marriage, there must be flexibility. Yes, sometimes we might want to stand by our words, sometimes we might want to be firm, but there are some things that you can just let it go if there are other alternatives. So I think so. What is the way forward? So how should she apologize, Mrs. Neki? Because this lady, she's feeling so bad. How should she apologize? So over to
Okay.
you. Yes,
Okay. She must apologize. I think she owes her husband an apology.
you're right.
Okay, she has to, but before the apology they need to have a conversation. Like I said before, there's a
Yes.
bridge in communication. And
Mm-hmm.
if the communication lines are open, she wouldn't even be asking this question. You would have talked it
Mm-hmm.
over long ago. And there's
That's
also,
right.
she also reported that the husband is angry and has not been talking to her. That means
Oh.
their emotional management is also poor. um,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't blame the man. You can't tell him how to react. He was hot actually because he disappointed
Yes.
his dad. He disappointed
Mm-hmm.
his dad. She put him in a position where he had to choose, and he disappointed his dad. So I think she
Tight
should have
corner.
a conversation with the
Yes.
husband. It's a case of perspective. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just a case of perspective. She was prioritizing herself, her life, and that of the baby, and
Yes.
that's what she would tell the man. But we should learn to, like you said, should be empathetic. Okay, put yourself
Yes.
in other people's shoes. Give people
Mm-hmm.
alternatives, healthy
Yes.
alternatives to help you. Don't have another. So she should tell the man that, look at what I was looking at, but I'm wrong. Please, I'm
Mm-hmm.
sorry. Next time I won't put you in such a situation where you have to
Yes.
choose. Next time, I think proper planning, but like we're told, it was an emergency. So
Yes.
I think she should apologize, and next time they should have structure. We should have
Mm-hmm.
structure in our homes to take care of such
Yes.
things. When there is emergency, we should know what to do. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because couples, we should have a goal. We are not competing, rather we are
That's right.
complementing each other. So what's the best way we can help each other so that it will be a win-win situation?
Yes.
Because if she had handled it better, the husband could still have helped the dad, and she will find her way to the hospital. So to
Yes.
avoid such things, we should have one goal in mind that is a win-win situation. So everybody is just trying to see how they can help. So the husband deserves a good apology.
Okay. Yes, you've said it all. So let me just add something. She should be truly sorry, and she shouldn't try to justify herself. She should tell the husband, yes, I'm wrong. I'm sorry the way I reacted, and please next time it won't happen again. And she should see to it that it doesn't happen again. There's a way to react, there's a way to talk, there's a way to respond. So next time she should try to see that it doesn't happen again. And also, if in marriage, when you know that something isn't going well with you, talk it out.
Exactly.
Yes, just try to talk it out. Don't store it in your mind. You are you are dying in silence. No, just tell the person, please, can you sit? Let's talk. Okay, this is this. You promise. So why? Learn to know why. Ask people what happened. Why did you change suddenly? Than just reacting and just saying no. So she should apologize and she should mean it. It should come from her heart. So that's what I'll say. So, what is your advice for general advice for couples out there facing such challenges, who doesn't know how to manage their emotions? And let me tell you something, Mrs. Neki, the way marriages are crashing nowadays, it is alarming, I tell you.
Mm,
It is
mm.
alarming. And when you get to find out the cause of their divorce, it's something very little.
Very petty,
You can,
petty
yes,
issues.
very petty. And you see, in marriage, if you are not mature, I'm sorry. Marriage is all about maturity. There are some things it's painful. There are some things you just need to just let it go. It's not everything you want to debate, you want to talk. Some things just overlook. You understand? It's when it's so important, like, because in marriage there must be issues, because it is two unperfect people coming together. The both of you are not perfect. So there
Exactly.
must be issues. So learn to manage people, learn to accommodate people. You understand? So don't just say, no, it can't happen. No, be flexible. So what is your advice for couples out there who are listening
Okay.
right now? Yes.
Like I said earlier, that these issues, life issues, they are unending. They'll keep
Yes.
reoccurring, but it depends on how
Mhm.
we handle it and move on. So first
Yes.
of all, our advice, couples and others out there, to keep their relationship, their communication lines open. When you
Open. Very good.
communicate, these petty issues won't be able to have a foothold, okay,
Yes.
and
Talk
cause
it
other
out.
issues, because it's a case of perspective. It could be that it's just a harmless comment your husband just made, and you are seeing it from a different angle, and before you know it, if you don't talk it over, if you don't have a conversation, it becomes something else. It lingers, and before you know, the enemy starts sowing seeds of disagreement, seed of
Discord.
discord,
Yes.
seed of
Mm-hmm.
hatred. So just keep
You're right.
the communication lines open, talk
Open.
things over. Then number
Yes.
two, I feel that marriage is all about compromise. There
Yes.
must be compromise here and there. You mustn't have your way. Like I pointed out, she had this
Entitlement
mentality.
mentality.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
entitlement. She feels that you must take me there because it's your
Mm-hmm.
baby. I'm having your baby. My life is at risk. That
Okay.
without considering
Mm-hmm.
the man. But this is my father-in-law. How would he feel if his son
Mm-hmm.
disappoints him? So we must compromise here and there. And I think we should be able to make sacrifices. Yes,
Yes.
and make sacrifices, because there will always be times that you just have to make sacrifices. And
Mm-hmm.
lastly, I feel that in marriages we should not come with loads of expectations. Just
That's right.
your partner cannot do everything for you.
Absolutely
Don't
correct.
Yes, you must depend on God and be able to also help yourself. Don't just
Yes.
put all your burden on your partner. It can be
Mhm.
overwhelming.
I
So
tell you.
it's partnership in progress, the two of you. So you help each other. It's a teamwork. And then with
Yes.
that, I think our marriages will be fine.
Yes.
Thank
So
you.
thank you so much, Mrs. Neki. It was indeed a wonderful section. And I tell you, I had a very good time here. So before we leave, please, if you've watched this video up to this moment and you've not subscribed, please kindly click on the red subscribe button and you'll be the first one to get a notification whenever I post a new video. Please subscribe to my channel because it helps me a lot. And we'll be bringing you more videos like this, myself and Mrs. Neki, for your
Yes.
consumption. We know that you would like it because we'll be
Yes.
coming with a lot of basketballs and anytime. Just drop your just if you have a video idea you want us to share, please you can just drop it in the comment section and we'll work on it. So we love you so much, Mrs. Neki. Anything from you?
Okay. We'll be bringing, like you said, we'll be reviewing a lot of life issues. We are
Yes,
learning as well. We are learning as well. This is just our view. This is just our
yes.
opinion. And like she
Mm-hmm.
said, we want to also hear from you, your comments
Mm-hmm.
and all that. So
Yes,
just be good, enjoy yourself, stay out of trouble, and
yes.
we'll all be
God
fine.
bless you.
God
All
bless you.
right. God bless you. Have a wonderful night. Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. You're most welcome. Bye.
Bye.